Hey guys, welcome back to Barney's Anniversary Month. We are now at the year of 2008, the year where Barney celebrated his 20th anniversary, and we are going to be taking a look at the first half of the videos. At first, I was originally going to be keeping the original release dates, but after looking at the information on the wiki, I had to keep things consistent of placing Barney's Animal ABCs first instead of celebrating around the world. Anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead, starting off with Barney's Animal ABCs. Well, here comes another clip show. The kids are playing with Megan's dog Gracie, and Barney joined them on the fun while singing Being Together. After Baby Bop dropped some alphabet blocks, as well as the kids and Gracie helping her getting them onto the table, Barney thinks that Gracie has given them an idea to play a game with them, and that will be an animal and alphabet matching game. So after singing the alphabet song, they began playing the animal and alphabet matching game, featuring clips from Barney and Friends seasons 8 and 10, as well as the home videos such as Let's Go to the Farm, The Land of Make-Believe, Let's Make Music, and Let's Go to the Firehouse. After finding an animal that begins with the letter, they finally completed the animal and alphabet matching game as they sang the song itself. After that, Baby Bop, BJ, and Riff went to the zoo to see some more animals, and the kids thanked Barney for the amazing game. After singing the famous song itself, they bid farewell to Barney as they are heading home, I guess, bringing this video to a close. In terms of production, I could have assumed that it takes place after the production of season 11, but that's just a little guess of mine. Anyway, when the video was released around 2008, it received a Dove Foundation Award in the Seal of Approval category. This was the final appearance of the seasons 10 and 11 Baby Bop costume. This was the final time where Jeff Ayres performs the character before he would take turns to do Riff, although he would perform Baby Bop one final time in The Misbegotten Moon in season 12. This was the final time where Adam Brown performs Riff, and this was the final canonical appearance of Rachel. As for Jerome and Wendy, this is their only appearance, and they got 2 lines of dialogue, and then they're never seen again, and they're not credited for some reason. Those characters are a waste, if you ask me. They got 2 lines,
Hi, Barney! Yes!
and showing them playing their pets. If you cut them out and replace them with some other characters from Barney and Friends, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. This shot of Barney on the swing set before he comes to life is a reference to Barney's Best Manners, Your Invitation to Fun, and during Rock Like a Monkey, Baby Bop and BJ's vocals were taken from Let's Go to the Zoo, if you listen closely enough.
They even like to eat the leaves off a tree. They even like to eat the leaves off a tree.
Overall, Barney's Animal ABCs is a decent clip show. Not great by any means, but it's an alright one that teaches kids about the alphabet and making a game out of the alphabet blocks. And the song at the end slaps, so overall, I give this video a 6 out of 10. Celebrating around the world. Screw Big World Big Adventures, this is Barney's equivalent of Big World Big Adventures. Ben was playing his train in the park, imagining it's going towards the big station downtown, and Tracy thinks that the Baldwin locomotive could go just about anywhere. After a brief argument, Tracy told Ben that it's such a beautiful day to ride a bike. As they sang, "It's a fun, fun, sunny day," even when Barney comes to life and sings the last verse. Ben and Tracy told Barney that they could not decide on what they wanted to do, and they couldn't agree on anything, so Barney decided that they could have a party. The kids were excited for this, and they couldn't wait as they sang "I Just Can't Wait." The kids could invite everyone in the park, and they had to figure out on what type of treats that they wanted to have, so Barney thought about ice cream as Mr. Brentley came by, as well as singing "Icy Creamy Ice Cream." After the kids couldn't decide on what type of ice cream that they wanted for the party, Mr. Brentley went to the shop to see if there isn't something that they both like. After Tracy and Ben couldn't decide on what party that they wanted, Barney shows them a book of different parties around the world, such as Brazil, Ireland, Japan, Kenya, and India. Then they decided to go on a trip to see how people celebrate around the world. And of course, imagination can take you just about anywhere, as they sang "Won't You Imagine with Me." Then, Barney decided to take the train to take them around the world, so after they sang Adventuring at the Fair, they hopped to the train and took them to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Barney introduces Eliana to Tracy and Ben, and Eliana tells them all about Carnival. Then she, along with her friends, how they samba as they sang Everybody Dance. After meeting up with BJ and Baby Bop, Eliana talks about the instruments that they play at Carnival, and no matter where you are, you can make music with anything as they sang the song itself. After that, Eliana talked about how they came up with these costumes, and with the spirit of Carnival, they put aside their differences and celebrate friendship. After a nice farewell, they left Rio de Janeiro and head straight to Ireland. After introducing to Brian, Siobhan, Liam, and Kelly to the kids and the little dinos, they talked about St. Patrick's Day, and they're going to be starting a dance called the Reel. After doing the Reel with Barney, they showed some more. And let me tell you, this is incredible stuff. Amazing choreography at its finest. It kind of gives me Happy Feet vibes. Everyone was impressed, and they are keen to try it, except Ben, because he never tried it before, as he sang, trying something new, while everyone joined in. Brian tells them that they like to dance, but sometimes they can't settle on which type of dance that they wanted to do, and it isn't easy, so in order to settle this, they decided to take turns. So after singing taking turns, they went on their way to go to Japan for the Cherry Blossom Festival. When they got to Japan, Barney explains to everyone all about Kamani. Then, he introduces Timoni to Tracy, Ben, and the little dinos. Then, Timoni tells them all the things that they do at the festival, like games, music, and food like sushi rolls, anamani, dango, and mochi ice cream. After they saw some women dancing to celebrate the cherry blossoms, they flew their kites while singing My Kite as well as doing Barney's name game.
Rhymes with scary, you must be Mary.
Wait, excuse me? They went on their way to visit Kenya in Africa. After greeting Abiade, as well as introducing the kids and the little dinos, they are amazed of the big dance, and they are surprised to see Riff joining in. After Riff showed the gang a drum called a djembe, he sang I Hear Music Everywhere, and then after showing the game of Telly Telly, they went on their way to their final destination to visit India. They greeted Sita and Priya and welcomed them to Diwali, the Festival of Lights. After singing Colors All Around, Sita and Priya, as well as the other children from India, did the oldest dance in the country, Mathiam. Just like Ben and Tracy, Priya and Sita doesn't always agree on which is better, but of course they'll work it out. And that's what the festival is all about as they show them the candles. These candles are special because it chases sadness and lets all of the happiness on the inside. After singing If You're Happy and You Know It, the best part for Sita and Priya are the fireworks. The girls thanked Barney for sharing the celebration with them, and they went on their way into the night and back to the park. When they got back, Tracy and Ben had a great time traveling around the world, and they got lots to think about until they decided to have a party to celebrate friendship. They got everything all decorated inside the caboose, and they decided to pick one of each for the flavors of ice cream. After singing Love is the Key, Tracy thanked Barney for reminding them of the things that they don't agree on. Even if they do argue and don't agree on something, they will always be friends. After giving 3 cheers to Barney, as well as a nice surprise of the confetti, every day is a celebration with the ones they love as they sang the I Love You song. And then they thanked him once again, and then they started to have some fun at the party as the video concludes. When Celebrating Around the World was released, it had a couple of wins in the categories for the Parents' Choice Foundation, Dove Foundation, Parent to Parent, and the ToymanOnline.com. Despite being released in 2008, it has a copyright date of 2007, meaning that this was produced and completed in that year, so I guess it was produced around 2007. This video would also gain a Flash game adaptation on the Barney website from 2008 until its rebranding in 2014. As far as streaming goes, it was on the official Barney the Dinosaur YouTube channel, and Tubi for the streaming package Barney and Friends specials. Okay, now onto the characters. This marks the first appearance of Ben, and despite that he skipped season 12, he was eventually carried over into season 13. This marks the first appearances of the season's 12 Baby Bop and BJ costumes. This marked the first video where Jennifer Kendall performs Baby Bop after performing the character in Barney's Colorful World Live and the Let's Go tour. This was the final appearance of the double season 11 Barney suit, thank heavens, and this marks the first time where Jeff Ayers performs Riff, and he would perform the character in the next 2 videos and a few season 12 episodes before Gerard Harris took over. As for the kids who appeared in the background, Casey Rodriguez can be spotted in the background as a samba dancer, and then he would portray the role of Daniel in season 12, and Justice Moore can be seen briefly at the party before she would portray the role of Holly in seasons 12 to 13. Barney Celebrating Around the World is a pretty good video to teach kids about the different ways that people celebrate around the world, while also tackling the things that they don't always agree on, which is a good lesson for kids to follow. The CGI animation on the Imagination Train is pretty good, as well as the backgrounds, especially this one, which is so pretty. And I do appreciate the little details like the silhouettes of the characters as the dinos and the children are getting off the coach. And the sets are really nicely done too, like Rio de Janeiro, Ireland, Japan, Kenya, and India. Overall, Celebrating Around the World is a pretty good video in terms of plot, conflict, characters, and sets. And I highly recommend if you check this out if you're up to stuff of Barney traveling to various countries. So overall, I give Celebrating Around the World a 9.8 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Riff. Let's go have some fun with Barney.
Also known as Riff's Clubhouse in the UK and Australia. Well, blow me down. A clip show dedicated to our little orange hadrosaur. Isn't that delightful? Megan and May are having fun planting the flowers while singing It's a Fun, Fun Sunny Day. Same for Barney as he comes to life. Then Riff came by with the saxophone and the girls told him about the flowers because they are doing this for a project for a scouting club. After explaining on what a scouting club is, May, Megan, and Barney carry the flower pots just so that they could plant them. This gave Riff an idea because he is going to be starting his very own club and he has to think on what type of club that he wanted it to be, while also remembering the past events featuring clips from Barney and Friends seasons 10 and 11. After thinking about an inventors club to a music club, Riff finally made a decision on what type of club that he wanted. After giving the kids, the little dinos, and Barney the badges, he decided to call this club the Best Friends Club, where they can do dancing, music, playing pretend, and baseball. After giving the viewer the Best Friends Club badge, as well as singing Being Together, everyone loved the Best Friends Club idea, and it's definitely going to be a great time for Riff. After singing the famous song itself, the kids went into the caboose to make some more badges, and the dinos went on their way to build a clubhouse, bringing this video to a close. When the video was released in 2008, it was released with the slipcover, and then when it was re-released later, they ditched the slipcover, and thus making it pretty rare and hard to find. After a good chunk of re-releases, including the one with the Let's Learn With Us series, the video was released in some international territories, keeping the original title or change it to Riff's Clubhouse, including the UK, Australia, India, Finland, Hong Kong, and Europe. This video marked the final appearances of Megan, May, and Victor, not to be confused with Victor from Thomas and Friends, by the way. And the actress who portrays Jenna would later portray Destiny in one season 12 episode. This was the only time that Riff breaks the fourth wall, and this was the first time that Mitzi Evans performs Baby Bop just right after performing the character in the Let's Go tour. But he or she didn't stick around for that long after this, and Once Upon a Dino Tale, which we'll cover next time. I remember borrowing this video from my local library, and I have seen a few scenes of it, but looking back at this video now, this is a pretty enjoyable clip show. I love the fact that we are focusing on our lesser known dino character, Which makes me think about On the Move all the way back in season 3, where BJ and Kenneth got some great amount of screen time. I wish we had some episodes and videos like this sometimes. There are some genuine moments that I really enjoy, such as Riff coming in with a saxophone, BJ hearing about the dancing club and then just mimics the ballet movements and then tries to tell Riff but to no avail before Baby Bop turns around. That got a genuine laugh out of me. Best BJ moment right here if you ask me. Overall, Hi, I'm Riff is a really good clip show. I like the clips that they use. Riff is such a delight to watch on screen, and I would like to give a big kudos to Michael Anthony Steele for writing this video and give our Orange Hadrosaur some love. So with that, I give Hi, I'm Riff a 9 out of 10. Well, that concludes the first videos of 2008. Join me in next time where I'll be discussing Once Upon a Dino Tale and The Best of Barney, so be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know what are your thoughts on the 2008 videos. Do you think that they are underrated, or do you think that they are okay-ish? This is Dre Edwards, and always remember to keep the legacy of Barney alive. Thanks for watching.